A very good morning to everybody. Welcome back to the second PG accountancy class. We have finished with the first unit, the accounting for not-for-profit organization. Let us start with the second unit, that is accounting for partnership. This chapter deals with very basic concepts. So let us start with the chapter. The accounting for partnership basic concept. What is first of all a partnership? The partnership is nothing but when two or more persons join hands to set up a business and share its profit and losses, they are said to be in the partnership. Understood? When two or more persons join hands to set up a business and share its profit and losses, they are said to be the partnership. And partnership as the relationship between the person who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So the partnership contains two or more persons, the agreement between the partners and the mutual understanding between the partners, and in what percentage they are sharing the profits, and what are the liabilities of the partners. So these are the main constitutions of partnership. And in this chapter, we will be learning how to calculate the interest on capital, interest on drawings, and profit and loss appropriation account, and how the partners will share their profits, whether they share as per the agreement or as per the capital they have brought. So profit sharing ratios. And we have two methods for calculating. One is fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. One is fixed capital method and the fluctuating capital method. Under fixed capital method, the capital of the partners will be fixed. They will be changing only when the additional capital introduced or when they withdraw the amount from the business. Then only the capital will change. Otherwise, the capital will be fixed under the fixed capital method. Here, capital will be shown separately by opening partner's capital account, and the rest of the things like profit and loss, interest on capital, drawings, interest on drawings, etc. will be shown separately by opening a partner's current account. So this is all about the fixed capital method. The next one is the fluctuating capital method. Here, the capitals of the partners goes on fluctuating. It doesn't remain fixed as in the fixed capital method. So, in this fluctuating capital method, only one account will be opened, that is capital account is maintained for each partner. Okay? And all the adjustments such as interest on capital, share of profit and loss, interest on drawings, salary or commission to partners, etc. are recorded directly into the partner's capital account. Only one account will open, that is partner's capital account, and all the adjustments will be recorded in the partner's capital account itself. So this is the major difference between fixed capital and fluctuating capital method. So you can see here the distinction between fixed and fluctuating capital methods. The number of accounts that we open under fixed capital account is capital method and the current account. Capital account and the current account. Under fluctuating capital account, we open only one account, that is capital account. And what are all the adjustments will come under fixed capital account? All adjustments for drawings, salary, interest on capital, etc. are made in the current account and not in the capital account. Next year, under fluctuating capital method, all adjustments for drawings, salary, interest on capital, etc. are made in the capital accounts itself. Here we need not to open any current account. And fixed balance. Here the capital account balance remain unchanged. It doesn't change unless there is an addition to it or the withdrawal of capital. Here, the balance of a capital account fluctuates from year to year. The capitals of the partners will fluctuate from year to year. and the credit balance. The capital account always shows the credit balance in fixed capital account. And the fluctuating capital account, the capital account may sometimes show a debit balance. So these are the major difference between fixed and fluctuating capital methods. Now take down a pro forma of partner's capital account and partner's current account under fixed capital method. Take a screenshot of it and write it down in your notes. Hope you can see it. So take a screenshot of it and write it in your notes. And this is the pro forma of partner's capital account under fluctuating capital method. Take a screenshot of it and write it in your notes. Hope you have taken it. Now, let us see one example. Let us start with the problem. The problem is like this. Take a screenshot of it. Take a screenshot of it and write it down in your notes. So, the first illustration is Samir and Yasmin are partners with capitals of rupees 15 lakh and rupees 10 lakh respectively. They agree to share profits in the ratio of 3:2. So they are agreeing to share the profits in the ratio of 3:2. Show how the following transactions will be recorded in the capital accounts for the partners in case the capitals are fixed and the capitals are fluctuated. So here they are asking for us to show the capitals in fixed as well as fluctuating method. So they have given the additional informations also of Samir and Yasmin. So now let us solve the problem. I'll show you how to solve the problem. So follow the pro forma. So this is the pro forma that you need to follow. As I said, in fixed capital method, the partner's capital will always be credited. So the partners are Samir and Yasmin. So balance carried down. That is Samir's capital which he has bought earlier, that is 15 lakhs. Yasmin 10 lakhs. And see the information that they have given. Additional capital contributed by Samir and Yasmin are 3 lakh and 2 lakh respectively. So we need to take here the additional capital too. Additional capital 3 lakh and 2 lakh. That's all we need to record in the partner's capital account. So let us tally it. So here the balance carried down is the total of these two, that is 18 lakh and 12 lakh. So the total is 18 lakh, 12 lakh. So the next one is interest on capital. So we need to calculate the interest on capital. Take a working note. Calculation of interest on capitals. So Samir. The first partner is Samir. And see the interest on capital they have given 5%. So first Samir brings 15 lakhs. For 1 year. So 15 lakhs into 5% is equals to 75,000. And we need to calculate the interest on additional capital also, that is 3 lakh which was bought on July. So for 6 months we have to calculate the interest on capital into 5% into 6 by 12. Only for 6 months we are calculating. So it comes to 7,500. So the total is 82,500. The Samir's interest on capital is 82,500. Next partner is Yasmin. Yasmin bought 10 lakh. So 10 lakh into 5% is 50,000, and she bought the additional capital of rupees 2 lakh into 5% into 6 by 12. For half year we need to calculate for additional capital. This is for whole 1 year and this is for 6 months. So 2 lakh into 5% into 6 by 12 comes to 5,000. So the total interest on capital of Yasmin is 55,000. So now come to the partner's current account. Current account particulars. Samir, Yasmin, particulars. Samir, Yasmin. So interest on capital. Interest on capital. We have calculated in the working notes. Samir's total interest on capital is 82,500 and Yasmin's total interest on capital is 55,000. Next, we have drawings during 2014 and 15. Drawing is a debit item. Drawings, that is Samir withdrew 30,000 and Yasmin withdrew 20,000. The next item is interest on drawings. Interest on drawings. So here they have given us directly the interest on drawings, that is 1,800 by Samir to Samir and 1,200 to Yasmin. Next, we have salary. Salary which we have to pay, so it is a credit balance. Salary of Samir is 20,000 and Yasmin is 7,000. Next, commission. Commission is also a credit item which goes out of the business. Commission 10,000 for Yasmin and no commission is given for Yasmin. So nil. The next one is share in loss. So as we are incurring loss, so profit and loss account, share in loss, they agreed to share 60,000 and 40,000. Now you calculate all these sides on all these sides. So this side is less compared to this side. We have 1,12,500 here. So minus 1,12,500 minus 30,000 minus 60,000 and minus 1,800 comes to balance carried down comes to 20,700. So the total of Samir is 1,12,500. 1,12,500. And Yasmin 55,000 plus 7,000 comes to 62,000. So 62,000 minus 20,000, 1,200 and 40,000 comes to 800. So the total is 62,000. So this is how we record the items under partners capital account and current account under fixed capital method. This is the example for fixed capital method. Next, let us do the same thing under fluctuating capital method. So follow the pro forma. You have taken the pro forma: date, debit, credit, particulars, Samir, Yasmin, particulars, Samir, Yasmin. So the first item we have to bring it down. This is the same problem we are doing under fluctuating capital method. So balance carried down 15 lakh and 10 lakh. So the additional capital which has been introduced, let us take it as the bank. Here 3 lakhs and 2 lakh. And the interest on capital we have calculated for Samir and Yasmin. So interest on capital is 82,500 and 55,000. So next, salary 20,000 and 7,000. Commission 10,000 and it is nil for Yasmin. So next, drawings 30,000, 20,000. Interest on drawings, which is 1,800 for Samir and 1,200 for Yasmin. Then profit and loss 60,000, 40,000. So we need to balance it. So the total of this side is 19,12,500. So here we have less. So balance carried down 19,12,500 minus 30,000 minus 1,800 minus 60,000 comes to 18,20,700. So the total of Samir is 19,12,500, 19,12,500, and the total of Yasmin is 12,62,000. 12,62,000 minus 20,000 minus 1,200 minus 40,000 comes to 12,800. So the total is 12,62,000. So this is a small example how we record the items under fixed and fluctuating capital method. So you can observe that, as I said, under fixed capital method only the capital part will be taken under partner's capital account. Rest all adjustments will be done in the partner's current account in the fixed capital method. Whereas in the fluctuating capital method, including the capital, all these adjustments are done in the partner's capital account. In fluctuating capital method, we need not to open separate current accounts. Okay, so this is a small example for fixed capital and fluctuating capital. You can take a screenshot of it and solve it in your problem. Hope you have taken it. And here, calculation of interest on capitals and fluctuating capital method. Okay. So in coming classes, we'll solve the problems. So this is enough today. Let us wind up the class. Hope you have taken the screenshot of pro forma problems and all. So thank you.